Sonnet 106 by William Shakespeare. When in the chronicle of wasted time I see descriptions of the fairest wights, and beauty making beautiful old rhyme, in praise of ladies dead and lovely knights, then in the blazon of sweet beauty's best, of hand, of foot, of lip, of eye, of brow, I see their antique pen would have expressed even such a beauty as you master now. So all their praises are but prophecies of this our time, all your prefiguring, and for they looked but with divining eyes, they had not skill enough your worth to sing. For we, which now behold these present days, have eyes to wonder, but lack tongues to praise. On the Wing by Christina Rossetti. Once in a dream, for once I dreamed of you, we stood together in an open field. Above our heads 2 swift-winged pigeons wheeled, sporting at east, and courting full in view, when loftier still a broadening darkness flew, down swooping, and a ravenous hawk revealed, too weak to fight, too fond to fly, they yield. So farewell life, and love, and pleasures new. Then, as their plumes fell fluttering to the ground, their snow-white plumage flecked with crimson drops, I wept, and thought I turned towards you to weep. But you were gone, while rustling hedgerow tops bent in a wind which bore to me a sound of far-off piteous bleat of lambs and sheep. Her Last Farewell by James T. Franklin. O welcome death, I'm glad you've come. 'Twill serve my purpose true. Just cut eternity's veil in twain, and let my soul pass through, and away from earth's dismal scene, and the merry-making crowd, the giddy whirl of the banquet hall, to home beyond the cloud. Ah, then, dear mother, weep no more, but strive to meet me there. The space is small 'twixt life and death, fill it well with prayer. So now, O death, let fall thy sword, 'tis but a kiss of love, much welcomed by the eager soul, waiting to flit above. Farewell to earth, farewell to friends, to maiden young and gay. Think well on how you spend your life, for death will come one day. No Man is an Island by Donne. No man is an island entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. If a clod be washed away by the sea, Europe is the less, as well as if a promontory were, as well as if the manner of thy friends or of thine own were. Any man's death diminishes me, because I am involved in mankind, and therefore never send to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. The Habit of Perfection by Gerard, Manley, Hopkins. Elected silence, sing to me, and beat upon my warled ear. Pipe me to pastures still, and be the music that I care to hear. Shape nothing, lips, be lovely dumb. It is the shut, the curfew sent, from there where all surrenders come, which only make you eloquent. Be shelled eyes with double dark, and find the uncreated light. This ruck and reel which you remark, coils, keeps, and teases simple sight. Palate the hutch of tasty lust, desire not to be rinsed with wine. The can must be so sweet the crust so fresh that come in fasts divine. Nostrils are careless breath that spend upon the stir and keep of pride. What relish shall the censers send along the sanctuary side? O feel of primrose hands, O feet that want the yield of plushy sward, but you shall walk the golden street, and you unhouse and house the Lord. And poverty, be thou the bride, and now the marriage feast begun, and lily-coloured clothes provide, your spouse, not laboured at nor spun. Shepherds and stars are quiet with the hills, by Vita Sackville-West. Shepherds and stars are quiet with the hills. There is a bond between the men who go from youth about the business of the earth, and the earth they serve, their cradle and their grave. Stars with the seasons alter, only he who wakeful follows the pricked revolving sky turns concordant with the earth while others sleep. To him the dawn is punctual, to him the quarters of the year no empty name. A loutish life, but in the midst of dark, cut to a gash of beauty, as when the hawk bears upward in its talons the striking snake. High and yet higher, till those two hang close, sculptural on the blue, together twined, exalted, deathly, silent, and alone. And since to live men labour, only knowing life's little lantern between dark and dark, the fieldsman in his grave humility goes about his centennial concerns, bread for his race and fodder for his kine, mating and breeding, since he only knows the life he sees, how it may best endure, but on his Sabbath pacifies his God blindly, though storm may wreck his urgent crops, and sees no beauty in his horny life, with closer wisdom than soft poets use. But I, like him, who strive closely with earth, and know her grudging mind, will sing no songs of bounty, for I see only the battle between man and earth, the sweat, the weariness, the care, the bulk. See earth the slave, and tyrant mutinous, turning upon her tyrant and her slave, yielding reluctantly her fruits to none but the most peremptory wooers. Wherever waste eludes man's vigilance, there spring the weeds and darnels. Where he treads through woods, a tangle nets and trips his steps. His hands alone force fruitfulness and tilth. Strange lovers, man and earth, their love and hate braided in mutual need, and of their strife a tired contentment born. I wandered lonely as a cloud, by William Wordsworth. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze, continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. They stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills, and dances with the daffodils.